Hello, is this Past the Ammunition?
This is him.
Dude, what's going on, man? You're live right now on the Zach Moonshine Show.
Oh, what, am I allowed to cuss on here? Or what? I was going to ask.
Fuck yeah,
that,
dude.
You know?
It's internet radio, man. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say, dude.
And we're home then. That's cool, man.
Hell yeah.
Hey, what's happening?
Man, I'm
What's
just...
that?
I'm
you
just...
listen to the CD?
Yeah, dude. I'm just sitting there drinking some beers and fucking jamming your fucking tunes, man. Fucking loving it, dude. Man, you guys are fucking killing it, man. What's going on in the world of Past the Ammunition, dude? What the fuck?
Alright, right now, like you, if you read the CD, I did all that myself. It's kind of like the 9 Inch Nails kind of thing when Trish Reznor did everything himself.
Yeah.
And then got musicians to play the stuff live. So that's where we're at right now. And we got some guys lined up right now that we're talking to. That's why I'm, 2020, man, this year, it's going to be Past the Ammunition year. That's all I got to say. Like I said, the reason why I started the band in the first place, if you can call it well, it will be a band. I just had so much music build up in me and everything, excuse me, and it needed to be fucking let out, you know. And plus, there's a whole bunch of naysayers like, man, who's this black guy, man, you know, he claims to be metal and all this stuff. So, I made it, you know, a plan. I knew exactly who I wanted to record the EP. I did it in 4.5 hours myself, all the instruments.
Wow, so, man. Dude, that's fucking badass, man. When I was listening to it, I had no idea that this was a one-man band.
Yeah, I did it myself. Me and Ryan McChrist, the guy that recorded, we switched on the lead, and how Joey of Phil and the Illegals came involved. I mean, Joey Blue, he came involved, he was just there, and I'm like, well, dude, I need an intro, and I would love for you to do it. And I had an intro already set in my mind, but Blue's like, well, fuck, how about this? And he started playing it, and he was recording, and I'm like, that would work too, you know?
Hell yeah.
You know, fuck, man, thank you for playing on this thing. He's like, dude, do I owe you anything? He's like, dude, if the songs wasn't kicked ass, I wouldn't have done it. So that was a thumbs up for me right there.
Yeah, that's badass, dude. Well, Blue's fucking cool, man. I interviewed him a while back on my show. He's a real cool guy, man. So that's definitely cool that he did that and he gave you the thumbs up, man. Fucking that means a lot, you know?
Yeah, like I said, I was blessed. The reason why, you know, I did it so fast is money-wise, and, you know, just there was one song that wasn't supposed, well, I can't say I wanted it on there, but I went ahead and did it, Eraser. That song's about 10 years old that I wrote way back. And there was another song that was supposed to be on there, but it was really heavier and complicated, and I was like, I chickened out on it at the last minute. I said, all right, I'll go ahead and do that one just to fill the space, you know? And that's going to be on the next go-around. When I'm already got the next CD already planned out, the name of it and everything. You know, everything's already set up. So I like to stay on the ball with those things.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. So you were saying that you feel because of your color that fucking people are like tripping out about what you're doing?
Well, it's not about that, dude. You know, it's just I played in so many bands, and I just got tired. And I was like, dude, it's time to put my shit out there. I'm not going to talk bad about the bands that I played with. It's like, I heard a saying goes like, it's not losing. It's about losing. It's about, when you lose, it's a lesson learned, And when I played with those bands, not saying that it was like a losing proposition. It was just a learning experience of what to do and what not to do. And and I was just not wasting my time playing with those bands. I mean, those bands were awesome and great, but it's like, man, I'm not getting no younger. Let's do this stuff now and stuff, So, and plus, on top of that, after I did the EP and I released it, my buddy Wayne Arbany from Life Scars, you know that band?
No.
All right, man, badass band. You need to check him out, bro. It just when I released it, but really the first release was going to be Discrimination. I wanted to do something with that, and my two friends that I always trust my opinions on and everything from Florida, Dave and Julie, I call them Lizard and Julie, whatever, and I played them the whole EP, and what came out of their mouth, like, dude, Gorilla, you need to release that motherfucker. I'm like, man, sure, are you sure? He's like, yeah, man, that's, it's like, he's like, dude, the thing about your songs, everybody can, remember the chorus and they can sing along with you live.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, so when Wayne heard Gorillaz, he went ape shit. He was like, dude, I didn't see that coming. Respect the haters. That's all he said, respect the haters. I'm like, yeah, but now I understand why he said that, because there's so many bands, I mean, there's so many kick-ass bands here in Texas, man. That's why I moved here. The middle scene is fucking awesome, but there's a lot of bands that sound like each other, that's copying and sounding alike, and that's why he said that. He's like, dude, respect the haters, because you're doing something, Zach, something out of you're hitting for the fences. You're doing something different,
Yeah, that's something I was going to ask you too about, was your local scene, where you're from. You guys are based out, or you're based out of Texas, right?
I came from Florida, man, and I mean, then I've been all over the United States. I played in Alabama. I lived in Alabama, lived in Michigan, and everything. Michigan, I was hoping to start a band, but all those guys are interested in is like cover bands or tribute bands and shit. And I'm like, man, fuck, I gotta get back down south, man. Back to my roots, because I love New Orleans, and everything. I mean, I got friends there, Kurt from Crowbar, and friends like that. Down south, I wanted to get back to there, and I mean, Pat from down, me and him live next door to each other in Florida.
Hell yeah.
Pat Bruder, So, I mean, all this time, I'm no bastard, man. I had opportunities. I almost became a singer for Bad Brains and stuff.
No shit.
No shit. I'm gonna try to cut the story short. What happened was, I was Oklahoma City. The MTV said Bad Brains need a lead singer. So I got the number and talked to the manager, and he's like, "Oh shit, bring your black ass here to New York and everything." I'm like, "All right, is it okay if I think about it a minute and like set things up and call you back?" He's like, "All right, sure, man." So what I did when I got off the phone, I'm like, dude. So I started playing Eye Against Eye and Soulcraft, all the Bad Brains I had in my possession. And then I remember the stories and seen videos like HR. How you gonna follow that guy? I'm like, this dude doing flips and everything. It's like, so picking out.
Yeah.
So I pussied out. I didn't call him back. I didn't do nothing. And then by the time I got back to Florida, that album, they was signed to a major label, Epic, to release Rise. And when I heard that, and I was pissed, I was kind of disappointed. I'm like, dude, I could have fucking led those guys down a different avenue or something, made them heavier than that. So that's my story about almost, auditioning for Bad Brains, really.
Well, I think it all works out in the end because fucking Pass the Ammunition is bad as fucking fuck, dude. I love it, man.
Man, I'm so glad you enjoyed it, man. Man, and I appreciate you having me on the show and everything. And like I said, that was done so fast. And the next one that's coming, we're gonna spend time. Like I said, that was done in 4.5 hours, bro. I knocked it out. All the instruments and everything.
Wow.
So, I wish I had more time. And the vocals is what really bothered me. The vocals are Gorillas. Was really killer, but the rest of them sound like Dave Mustaine, singing and stuff. So I didn't really have time to really get my vocal approach on those songs.
Well, it sounds great, man. And I think there's something to be said about there's a lot of classic albums out there that were done in a very fast way, like especially in the old days when bands had to book studio time. They didn't have that much money. They had a certain amount of time that they had to get in there and get it done, and that was it. So they would just go in there and fucking whip it out, Like,
no doubt. I mean, I was like just beating it up. Eraser, and the song Eraser, that was the song I was talking about. That was written like 10 years ago, and some people dig it and some people don't. I mean, the best thing I heard about that song, somebody that loved that song to death, he's like, it's kind of like Morbid Angel meets King's X. I'm like, well, fuck, I run with that. Shoot, all right, cool. If you want to put it like that, all right. I don't see no Morbid Angel in there, but all right, cool. But that song, I mean, it was a toss-up between the song I had that will be on the next one. That's really heavier. The next album's going to be really heavier and more complex and everything. More thought out.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, I got some questions for you from the chat room. Vicky Grandy wants to know, how long have you been making music?
Too long. It's been a long time. Like I said, for me playing, really too long. It's been a long time. It's like my old manager came back in town like a year ago, and I used to play a lot of funk because I'm a really big Prince fan. I used to write songs like that. I used to write really good, really R&B. I mean, dude, the thing about me is if I hear a song, I can say, look, man, that's a great songwriter. I try not to judge any artist of any genre, I mean, like music-wise. But she's like, why aren't you doing the funk thing anymore? It's like, well, shoot, it's not like I'm not writing it, but metal is just, I'm just not feeling that kind of music now. Metal is like, the real music right now that I'm feeling and stuff. It's like I just got a head full of music. I mean, metal shit going on in my head. I need to get it out.
Hell yeah.
So, for her question, I've been doing it ever since Kiss and whatever. 5 years old, I guess.
Another question she wants to know is, what are some of your biggest influences?
Wow. Well, my first influences, guitar-wise, is Ernie Isley of the Isley Brothers guitar. Bass, I can go from Louis Johnson to my buddy. I mean, that can go sideways, battle-wise. Geddy Lee or my buddy Pat Britters, you know, that lived next door to me. He's a bad mofo, and really, the players mostly Louis Johnson and Mark King of Level 42. You know, I like the funk stuff and everything. Drum-wise, I'm not. I mean, it goes full circle, but the main influences is Prince and Rick James, and that's my influences. The soul and blues kind of music. I mean, I want to freak everybody out. I'm like, well, shit, that ain't metal. I'm like, well, fuck, you know, that's what I listen to usually. You know.
Yeah, dude, I hear you, man. Fucking
metal-wise, it'll be Sepultura, Megadeth, Faith No More, or whatever, you know. But really, the metal German thrash groups, Creator, Destruction, Sodom. I love that shit, man. That's the shit I really drill on. And DRI and the punk hardcore groups, Cryptic Slaughter, if I might add that. You know, that's, if we talk about metal and really hardcore stuff, that's my shit.
Hell yeah. Another question from the chat. Thunderous wants to know, do you have any cover songs, or do you plan on doing any cover songs?
Really, I got an arrangement of People Are Strange by The Doors. I might release it. I did a whole bunch of covers that I released like 2 years ago. We might end up doing that, you know. I was thinking about doing Iron Fist by Motorhead, you know. It's like, dude, everybody's doing Ace of Spades. I'm like, do they know any other songs by Motorhead? Like, you know, my favorite is Killed by Death. You know, that's my favorite by Motorhead.
Hell yeah.
But, you know, we'll see what happens.
That is a killer song too, man. Fucking every time I hear that, the lyrics just make me fucking laugh, dude. Lemmy was always so good about his lyrics.
Which one?
Killed by Death.
Oh, when you scream my lizard, I put my snake on you.
yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, he had a way of saying shit like that, and it was fucking heavy and hardcore, but at the same time, it made you laugh. If you really listened to what he was saying, you had to laugh, man, because he's fucking crazy, dude.
That song is so epic. It's so fucking badass. Oh, Celtic Frost. I gotta fucking at them too, man. It's like, fuck. And me and Sammy, you know, when they first started out with Goat Horror, you know, he, into Crips of Death, I guess it wasn't an argument, but I'm like, dude, he never did that, you know, back in the Goat Horror days. Like, yes, we did, you know. Into Crips of Race, yeah. And I said, dude, I can't remember that. I guess I was too plastered to remember, but Sammy's like, yeah, man, we did that shit. I'm like, okay. That's one of my favorite songs, Crips of Race. But
hell yeah, man. Yeah, Sammy's a cool dude too, man. I've had Goat Horror on the show as well, man. They're fucking that's a cool ass band too, man.
I mean, those guys, I go way back with Acid Bath and Hurt Me to My Heart when Allie died, you know, the bass player. Because those guys just crashed at some of our houses, my friends' houses, and we, you know, after the show, we go over there and dance, and we have a sit-in and listen to them sing, or, you know, we fuck around or whatever. So those guys are really close, you know, man. I love those guys and miss those guys. And those kind of a rumor going around that there was going to reform or get that together, but I'm looking forward to seeing it happen.
Oh yeah, man, that would be a fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah. So, what remains to be seen.
Oh yeah. Another question from the chat. Vicky wants to know: do you have any favorite venues where you've played at or seen shows?
That I remember. New Orleans, man. There's one place in New Orleans I love when people come in and I forgot the name of that joint, but I could say Mobile, Alabama, the Vinyl Music Hall. Hands down. When I played in some other bands that I played with, opening up for Crowbar and Goatheart one show, and then the next show we did, we opened up for when they did Mass and Igor brought back a Roots album.
Yeah,
we did that. Opened up for that.
I was just talking about that earlier. We were playing a new track from Sepultura's new album.
Isolation, man.
And I was, well, I'm kind of on the fence about it. Like, I mean, new Sepultura, it sounds okay, but I just still can't get over the fact that it's not Max and Igor in there anymore.
And it kind of hurts that Max didn't really fight for that. He let it go, and it's like Sepultura, that's Max and Igor.
Yeah. They came up with the name.
Igor, not to fucking step in and still stay with them for a few years and then leave the band. So to me, that's like a slap in the face. Andre should have just changed the name or something, man.
He should have.
Yeah.
He really should have. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know they're still pretty big. Obviously, they're fucking huge, but when Max and Igor go out and they do these tours where they're playing like the Roots album or Arise and Beneath the Remains and stuff, man, people are going crazy, man.
I'll do the Beneath the Remains thing coming up. Pretty sure. I'm hoping. It's like I've been hearing about it. Like they're going to do the Beneath the Remains thing. I'm like, dude, if they do that, I'm gonna go fucking butt wild in that motherfucker. That was one of my favorite. That and the Rise, those two. And when the album after that came out, that really threw me for a loop. And I'm like, what the fuck, But sounded killer though,
Yeah. Got some more questions for you from the chat. Vicky wants to know, what bands or band would you ever want to jam with? If you could play with anybody.
Wow. Hands down, Megadeth, really. I would love to, sit down with Dave before, not being crucial or anything, but I would love to sit down with him and, really jam with them. Them or Take No More would be another band I would love to sit down with.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Another question from the chat. Viogez wants to know, as far as food is concerned, what do you prefer, pizza or double cheeseburgers?
Wings, Mom. I'm black, man. Chicken wings.
Hot wings.
Hot wings, man. Shit. Hot wings, too.
Hell yeah, man.
Pizza, though, if anything, I'm trying to curve off the burger. Well, burgers-wise, it'd be Whataburger, hands down. I'm just so burned out on In-N-Out Burger. When I got here, I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah,
but
Whataburger is the shit, man.
No doubt. I had that, and I grew up with Whataburger down. It was down my street in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. It's just that I could walk down, get me a Whataburger, everything's cool and stuff. Something. Yeah.
Great fucking questions. Another question from the chat. Vicky wants to know, what do you prefer, bubble baths or showers?
Showers like a mofo. I have a big bathtub, and everybody that see my bathtub was like, "Damn, goddamn, man, shit." But one of these days, I'm gonna do a bubble bath one of these days, but showers, you know, because it's like fast and, you know, wash the funk off and, you know, keep it going.
Yeah. I'm a shower guy myself, honestly. I would probably sit in the tub, but I'm just too fucking big for it, man. The fucking tub's not big enough.
It's been years since I had a bubble bath, Mr. Bubble and the bubble bath, and, you know, I was like, well, shoot, I have a chick that come here. I wanted to set it up because I got a big bubble bath, I mean, a big tub here for that. You know, and I'm like, well, shit. One of these days, I'm gonna get me some Mr. Bubble and do the damn thing and stuff. You know, get some candles and listen to Enya.
There you go. That's probably what she wanted to hear right there.
Yeah. So she can join it. Where's Vicky from?
Canada.
Oh man. That's where my niece is living. Oh, shoot. I've been wanting to go to Canada so bad. I will eventually.
Hell yeah, dude. Another question, man. How many instruments do you play?
Wow. Let's say about 10 or 11. 11 instruments. Let's say that. Or do you want me to name them?
Yeah, if you want to.
Well, keyboards, drums, guitar, bass, vocals, congas, saxophone. It goes on, man. You know, it's like I've been very musical doing my life and everything.
So when you're recording these songs by yourself, how do you start it out? Like, which one do you start with? What do you do? Like, do you do the drum tracks first and then put the guitar riffs on top of that, or do you?
It's just the drums. Drums first.
Drums first.
Always. I do the drums first, and then on top of that, I do the guitars, and then the bass, and then the solos and vocals. That's how we work.
Man. Well, you definitely did you mix and record it all yourself too?
No, Ryan and Kristen did all the recording. I really did all the drum tracks head on. I didn't really stop. After I did one song, then I'd start with the next, start with the next, and start with the next. You know, and I was surprised myself. I really knocked them out in one go. So I even asked him, I said, "Is there anything I need to do?" He's like, "Nope, keep it going." Ryan is good. I mean, that's where Phil Asano. I mean, he usually does the War Beast stuff and the Black Mariah. If you ever heard of those bands,
yeah,
that's who I sought out when I started out in doing this album. I knew exactly who I wanted on. To do it. John Forsum, who did War Beast and Venom Inc. covers, and beyond that, you know, I knew I wanted him to do the covers. And when I told him about the cover of Pastor Ammunition, he hit it spot on.
Hell yeah. Speaking of Phil Anselmo, what do you think of the like what they've been doing recently, playing the Pantera set at all these live shows, man? Is that badass or what?
Oh man, I mean I can't deny it, you know, because I mean, shoot, that's the singer from the Pantera. It kind of bummed me out because I was really digging the Choosing Illness album. I wanted to hear more of that live, but now that I added the Pantera thing, you know, it's less of that and less the first, the Legals albums. And I wanted to hear more of that, you know, instead of the Pantera, but that's just me. But I'm really glad that they're doing the Pantera thing, you know, because a lot of kids that didn't get to see Pantera when they was young,
yeah,
you know, get to see it live now. and everything. And the last show I saw was Pantera with White Zombie. That's when Zombie announced that would be the last time everybody will see White Zombie. But and I Hate God opened up for that show too.
Yeah.
That was in New Orleans. I saw and everything, and well, I ain't gonna go any more about the show. But it was what it was. Pantera, White Zombie, and I Hate God. Good show.
I read somewhere Phil was saying something about how when I Hate God was playing that people like really didn't know what the fuck to think because some of the songs they would get out there and just let the guitars feedback and shit for forever, and just because that's what they do, and people were like, what the fuck is this?
All the New Orleans bands, dude.
I bet that was cool though.
Daughter, I love those guys. I mean, they can slam me for saying this, and I tell people that if there wasn't a Zorda, there wouldn't be no damn Pantera.
X-Order? Yeah.
I tell people that, and I knew those guys. I hung out with them, Kyle and everything. When Zorda was really disbanding and everything, we was hanging out. But I ain't gonna get into that. But like I said, it is what it. I mean,
have you heard X-Order's new album?
Dude, yeah, I got it right here.
What do you think about it, man? It's pretty badass, isn't it?
I mean, me and Vinny, hung out, and we just got to hanging out and everything. And well, not Vinny, me, but Jason and me and Kyle when it was here, you hung out and everything. But I mean, I'm real close to the Zorda guys. I was even trying to become the singer for Zorda, but not Vinny, but whatchamacallit was like, well, we got to fly to San Francisco because they was going to do a project with Zetro from Exodus, the singer from Exodus, but that didn't work out, and and everything. So it was in me. I mean, I was like, well, fuck. How about the Zorda thing? And I kept calling them up, but so I left it alone and everything. But I'm glad to see those guys back on it, man. I mean, the album is really different from the older Zorda, but they got a lot of groove and a lot of fucking Cajun Nola shit in there and everything.
Hell yeah.
So what do you think about the new Zorda?
Dude, I fucking love it, man. I fucking love it. It's my favorite. That's actually the new record is actually my favorite of everything that they've done. And I'll admit that I didn't really listen to them much back in in the past, but
The Law, man, The Law was my album. I mean, I love Slaughter, that album, but The Law, I thought they, that was the shit. It was like, well, fuck, this is more, up in the ante, but it was getting kind of not commercial wise, but there was more listenable. Well, I couldn't say that either, but it's more thought out, But this album's pretty badass too, Yeah, I got this album too.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Well, Donell, I'm about out of questions for you, man. Is there anything else you want to add to let the people know?
Buy our shit. Buy the shirts. We got merch. We got CDs. Just hit me up, man. Are you gonna play anything off the album?
Hell yeah, man. We played Gorillas before I called you, but after we're done with this, I'm gonna play Blood Avenge Blood and Discrimination.
I love you, man.
Hell yeah.
Blood Avenge Blood. We're gonna try to put out a video for that. And that's upcoming in 2020.
Oh, that'd be killer, man.
Yeah. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Much love, man, for you having me on here.
Hey, thanks a lot for taking the time to talk to us and hang out, dude, for sure, man.
Dude, thank you.
Before I let you go, I got to get you to make us a station tag, all right? All right, whenever you're ready, say something like, "This is Donell from Pass the Ammunition, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio."
Say that again. I'm just messing with you. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. This is Donell from Pass the Ammunition, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio. Turn it up.
Fuck yeah, brother. All right, man. Well, cheers, dude, and thanks a lot, man. Fucking, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna blast some Pass the Ammunition so these motherfuckers can go crazy. All right.
Man, love you to death, brother.
All right, man. Much love to you too, man.
All right.
We'll talk to you later, brother.
All right.
All right,
Much
peace.
love.
There you have it, folks. Pass the Ammunition live on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation motherfucking radio. Like I said earlier, put your speakers in your fucking windows, put them in your front lawns, put them wherever the fuck you can to make your neighbors fucking hate you. If you don't see U-Haul trucks everywhere tomorrow, you fucking need a new set of balls or a new fucking stereo system, period. Crank it the fuck up.